Hi, this is Stephanie Lotvin of Tellybean Knits, and today I'm going to show you how I work the spider stitch. So I have already started setting up for my spider stitch. I have here a little swatch that shows some of the previous setup rows for my spider stitch. In the setup, I have been slipping stitches, 5 stitches, to create these bars on the right side of my work that stretch over my 5 slipped stitches. And I've been very careful to keep those slipped stitches nice and loose so that the bars aren't tugging the 5 stitches together. We want to keep those nice and loose so that when we work the spider stitch, we're able to gather those strands, those loose strands that we've been creating together. Now, I still have one more setup row that will happen on a wrong side row to work so that I can show you how I'm keeping those strands nice and loose. So I'm going to turn my work to a wrong side row, and I'm just going to work up to the point where I'm ready to slip my stitches once more. I'm now ready to slip my stitches on a wrong side row. I'm going to bring my yarn to the back of the work, and I'm going to slip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches. And now I'm going to bring my yarn back between my needles to the front of my work. And one of the things I like to do here is I actually like to spread out the stitches. So you can see the bar on the right side of the work that I've just created. But before I work my next stitch, which is just going to be a purl stitch, I'm just going to scooch those stitches apart before I work those purl stitches. I'm going to show you that one more time. I'm going to work up to the point where I'm ready to do another setup for the spider stitch. I'm going to bring my yarn to the back of my work. I'm going to slip those 5 stitches purlwise. I'm going to bring my yarn back to the front of my work, and then I'm just going to slide my stitches apart so that I can make sure that the bar that I've created on the right side of my work is nice and loose. And then I'm ready to continue down the row. All right, now that I have created my final bar for our spider stitch, you can see here I have 4 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4 loose strands, creating those 4 bars on the right side of my work. Now I'm ready to show you how to work the spider stitch. I'm going to work up to the point in the pattern where I'm asked to work the spider stitch. Since there are 5 stitches that were slipped behind those strands, we're looking for the center stitch. It should tell you in your written directions and in your chart where you're going to be working the spider stitch, but it'll be easy to spot if you're reading your knitting. It'll be the center stitch in the middle of those 5 slipped stitches that you worked on the previous wrong side row. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my right hand needle underneath all 4 of those loose strands from right to left. I have them all sitting happily on my right hand needle, and now I'm going to insert my right hand needle into the first stitch on my left hand needle knitwise, and I'm going to knit that stitch. I'm going to bring my loop through that first stitch on the left hand needle and under all 4 of those loose strands, and then I'm going to drop the original stitch, that first stitch that was on the left hand needle that I knit through the center of, off of my left hand needle and onto my right hand needle. And now I've created a spider stitch. You can see the 4 legs on each side of your little arachnid, and his body is sitting on the right hand needle. Let me show you that one more time. We're going to knit to the point in the pattern that asks you to work a spider stitch, which should be centered in the middle of those 5 slipped stitches. So I'm now ready for another spider stitch. I'm going to take my right hand needle under all 4 loose strands. Going to insert that from right to left. Now I'm going to insert my needle, my right hand needle once again into the first stitch on my left hand needle knitwise. I'm going to work that stitch as if to knit. I'm going to draw the loop through without taking the left hand loop off of the needle just yet. I'm going to bring my needle down, around and under all 4 loose stitches. And then I'm going to drop that first stitch off the left hand needle to create my spider. And you can just continue to work down the row. Let me show you what it's going to look like when you've finished. You can see the stitches, the spider stitch you just worked, gathered those loose strands together to make a spider stitch. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.